Hi guys, my name is Piotr. Today we will finish our journey with painting Caine0 from Private Press, hopefully. Basically we've got all the base colors done. The base is also prepped for some highlights that we will do with the simple and effective technique of dry brushing. And we have to do the hair, his trousers, and some leather on different parts of the miniature. We won't be using many colors today, probably around 4, maybe 5, and we shall see how it works out. So maybe we'll begin with highlighting the black colors, so his boots and the trousers, because later on we will move to the base, and we want to have the highlights done before we dry brush to get a little bit of dirt on his boots. Okay, so we'll start with Abbadon Black. Since this is our base color, we'll add some to the palette, and then we will mix it a bit with a small amount of Skavenblight Dinge. Not a lot of it, just a tiny bit. Probably 3:1 proportion at the beginning, so we're going to use this guy. Okay, we can add some clear Skavenblight Dinge in the palette already. So to prepare us for the highlighting later. Okay, so we need a finer brush for this smaller one. I love the spots already. Okay, so let's start with the boots. Can add a small layer on top, just the places where the light would hit the boot, and a little bit here. Okay. The second boot is mostly in shadow due to the fact that Caine's body is over it due to the pose, but we can also add some here and on the back of the boot. I can simply highlight these parts and maybe a little bit here. Okay, we can move on to the trousers, since we're going to use the same colors to highlight these parts, and they are nice because they have a lot of detail, and all we have to do is bring them out a bit, so the upper areas is where you want the paint to hit. The miniature, and leave some dark in the recess. So one more. Okay. We have a bit more of the leather or whatever material it is over here. So we can also highlight this. Shoulder and over here. And also this one on top. There is a spot over here. You can go for and let's do a little bit of the hair. I was thinking of doing it bronze, but nah, we'll just get a small highlight of this really dark gray. So let's get some more contrast. And add the pure Skavenblight Dinge on some parts of the boots. And over here. So now his trousers. So it's looking a lot better already. And the upper parts. Of his shoulders. Arms, actually. And just a tiny drop on the hair. Not too much. Remember, it's the young version of Caine, so grey hair is not dominant yet. Alright then. So we have the blacks now. Blacks and the greys. Now, let's take care of the base. We'll grab some Steel Legion Drab. Clean the bristles over a paper towel. So, as little as possible paint is left on them. And simply dry brush the earth texture. Don't mind the boots, it will make them look a little bit dirty from the dust. So you can hit them without any problem. You can hit it somewhere here also. Okay. So the first layer is up. Then we'll take Zandri Dust, and it will be a really soft dry brush. As little paint as possible and without much force used when pushing the bristles. To the sand. Okay. So the base is highlighted. You can add some grass, flock or tufts, whatever you like, on top of it. Glue a rock or two, maybe. It's not a bad idea. Actually, we can go one step further with the black. And grey parts of the miniature, and mix in some Mechanicus standard grey. Into our previous mix, sorry, not the mix, the clean Skavenblight Dinge. Sorry. It's really hot today in Szczecin and the weather is simply killing me. Okay, so let's highlight the pants a little bit more. Small dots. Okay, it's looking better. Before we move on to the bronze skull, I forgot we've got the boiler to do, because last time we only washed it. So today we are going to highlight it a bit, using our good old friends Ironbreaker for the first layer and then Runefang Steel for the second one. So mix the paint. So this one. Put it on your palette. Add some water. And let's start highlighting. So on the other hand, maybe the boiler should be left more dirty, since you know you use coal in order to make the Arcan turbine work. But actually, I like to paint my miniatures clean. Bit down here and here, and it's enough, I believe. Maybe some on the smokestack. So then we'll only need to use a little bit of Runefang Steel. And let's do it. The final highlight, Runefang Steel. Not there because it's in the shadow. And here and here. Okay. So with the arcane turbine done, we can take care of. Oh, it's not actually done because we need to add some Sycorax bronze to this and this part of the miniature. Just a tiny bit, not much of it. Try to omit this small hole. And we're done. Alright, so actually almost all that's left to do today is to highlight the bronze leather on this miniature. So the gloves, these straps, this, I don't know how to call this, that's on his boots, but his leather parts and the pouch, plus a little bit of maybe his Google strap. We shall see. But we're going to use Doombull Brown for sure. As the first highlight. I find the Triad by GW really well mixed together when it comes to highlighting stuff. It gives a nice worn out look to the leather. You can of course do a little bit of mixing the paints and I don't know, wet blend or whatever, but maybe some other time. Remember, we're doing this to show that anyone can paint. If I can, yeah, it's really simple. Okay, so the belt in some areas, not the ones that are in the recess, but places that stand out a little bit more. So the ones over here that are the raised areas, so to say, not the ones that are hidden. So here's more of the belt, and we have the holster. So we can highlight it a bit, and that. It seems Caine hasn't been using oil on his leather, so it's getting worn out. We have another belt here, over here at the back of, it's probably his cold belt, but we actually painted it bronze to give a little contrast to, and add a little more of the fine details that you can find on this miniature. I must say I'm glad that it's done in metal. I'm not particularly fond of PP plastics, but their metal miniatures, at least the newer ones, look really good, and I like working with them. Okay. So the pouch is highlighted, at least the first highlight. We have some straps over here that we will do now. Okay. So again, the upper parts. You can take care of the glove. Maybe a little bit of an overbrush, more or less, over here. Okay. Now his second arm and hand, eventually. Okay. Straps are done. Now the glove. We can give the glove a little bit of love. Because why not? Yeah. And we're done. Now this tiny strap that holds his goggles in place. Okay, with this done, we can move over here and do this. Leather protector, so to say, on his legs. dirt over here. Okay. And then we can take Skrag Brown to finish the highlight. You can also use Cygnar for fur. I don't know which you prefer. I prefer this one for the leather, so we're going to use this one. So now we're painting over Doombull Brown, but of course we're leaving some of it to under this color. And these are the most used parts of the leather that we're doing now. So not too many spots. It should take us more or less 3 minutes to finish highlighting this. But we shall see. Let's take our time. Maybe something less over here. And the back. Okay. So we got it covered. And now his arms. And the gloves. And now let's don't forget about the pouch on his back. So we miss this spot when it comes to the grays. So let's take care of it now. A little bit of highlight. And it looks great. What we can also do is take care of this armor plate over here. We won't highlight this one because it's totally in the shadows, so it doesn't make sense, but we can put a little bit of paint over here so that it looks a little bit more shiny. We will use the Cygnar blue highlight for this one from Formula P3. But just a tiny, so to say, drop of it. Just to highlight the upper surface over here and maybe here. We can do a little bit here and maybe just for fun over here. So okay, ladies and gentlemen, I consider him done. Not much work to left. You should paint the front arc, mark the front arc, so nobody has any problems while you are playing the game. And this is how Caine looks when it's painted. You can see more photos of him later on my blog that you can find on www.malefigurkowo.blogspot.com. You will find the link in the video description. And thanks for watching, and please also visit and subscribe to www.warroom.pl for more great War Machine and Hordes content. See you next week probably, or maybe in 2 weeks time, because we're having a holiday in Poland, so probably I will not be able to record the video, but we shall see. And who knows what we will paint. Thanks for watching once again, and see you next time.